Hello, welcome to KUK. My name's Adrian Garilaga. I'm the current assistant billing manager, and I've been at KUK for 5.5 years. I've had the opportunity to progress within the company to where I'm at today.
Hi, my name is Siobhan and I'm a project manager within our resourcing team at KUK. KUK is one of the largest residential providers of care for older people, spanning from respite, residential nursing care to specialist dementia care. We have 152 residential homes across the UK, Scotland and Wales, and over 13,000 colleagues. And our purpose at KUK is to fulfil lives of our residents, and we do that through our values of caring, passionate and teamwork. And those values are really important for our support staff, as well as those delivering hands-on care that underpin everything that we do. We've been established for over 40 years, so we're a stable company and we're a growing company. We've opened 52 new homes since 2013 and plan to open another 13 by 2025. We're award-winning and we were named for the second year running Health Investors Residential Care Provider of the Year, as well as holding some of the highest ratings against CQC, our governing body, among other large providers in the UK. As much as fulfilling lives is our purpose, we also care very much about colleagues and fulfilling their careers, and we strive to promote and develop from within, looking continuously at improving our career paths, our development programmes and our succession planning.
As Siobhan said, the role we'll be interviewing for today is the billing controller role. Now, the objective of this role is to provide efficient and accurate billing for all of our customers, and our customers range from those who are funded by local authorities, the NHS, and as well as those who are fully self-funding. Now, the role involves invoicing for very, very high values and volumes, so to the NHS, to the LAs, and excellent communication skills are key as well in this role. As although, yes, we are in a finance function dealing with numbers, it's also very important that we maintain a good, positive working relationships with all stakeholders within the business, whether it be operational or within finance, as well as our care home colleagues. So in terms of entry requirements, one of the key attributes that we're looking for are skills that relate to attention to detail, organization, and these are skills that, it doesn't necessarily have to be shown through experience in the workplace, but through experience in your education, how you've dealt with dealing with your degree or your qualification. These are all really, really good, relatable, transferable skills that are a key for a role like the billing controller role. So if you're ready to get started, the first question we have for you is, can you tell us what you know about KUK so far? So the first question, can you tell us what you know about KUK so far, is a good question for us interviewers, because not only does it show us, your actual interest in the role, but it actually shows us, have you taken the initiative to do some research on the company? This is really important for us because it shows that, yes, you do have that interest and you do have these traits that would, make you more appealing as a candidate for this role. And one of the good places to look is obviously the company website. Are there any news articles or any social media posts? Has the company won any awards? Has there been any recent journeys that you can talk about that you've seen? Showing this initiative to the interviewers not only will make you more appealing, but will also help you stand out stand out from the rest of the other candidates as well.
Question number 2 is, what elements of the role appeal most to you and what made you want to apply?
For this question, the answers that we're kind of looking for here is it's really a bit more individual. It gives us the employers an idea of what you specifically look for in a company and whether what you're looking for it matches with the dynamic of the role and the company itself. For instance, with the billing controller role, dealing with very, very high values and volumes, we want to make sure that the candidate or the successful candidate is someone who is familiar with dealing with numbers, someone who's keen to deal with numbers. And with KUK being such a fast growing company, it's going to be a very dynamic role. What we would like to see is if the idea of a rapidly growing and dynamic company matches with the kind of company that you're looking for. So it's really an opportunity for us to see how the individual would match the role that we have available as well as the pace of the company.
Yeah, I think they're really good points. And as well, I think what's really important is to show, and what we're looking for in your answers anyways, is some element of passion in terms of, what made you want to apply for the role. A bad answer for me would be, I need a job. A good answer might be something like along the lines of, as you sort of mentioned, Adrian, I really like the direction the company's going in. I'm excited by X, Y, and Z about this company. And I think, to show some form of passion about why you've applied. It might be about the role itself or the potential of the role. It might be about the company, but something along those lines we'd be looking for in your answers.
So for the next question, one of the key abilities that we state in our person specification for this role is the ability to pay attention to detail. Can you give us an example of where you've had to pay attention to detail in your work or education experiences? So for a question like this, where we're asking you to give us an example of a time where you've had to show attention to detail, one of the most effective methods to use is what we call the STAR method. Now, the STAR method entails explaining the situation, being the S, explaining the task at hand, explaining the actions you took, and the results of the actions that you took. Now, the ability to pay attention to detail is very, very important for a role such as the billing controller role. As I mentioned, we're dealing with very, very high volumes, very, very high quantities, and having the ability to pay attention to detail would mean minimal errors in our work.
And question number 4 is, if you're successful in this role, what do you feel the key challenges will be that you will face? If you're unsure, is there anything that you feel you can improve on yourself personally?
For this question, this is more of an open question, really. There isn't a specific answer or a right way to answer this question, but this is more an opportunity for us to, I guess, evaluate the candidate's self-awareness. It's also a good opportunity to talk about your own personal development, your own personal weaknesses and strengths, and perhaps how they would pose a challenge into your transition as a successful candidate into this role.
And I just want to touch on a couple of points across KUK. We have such a variety of careers here. So today, obviously, we've interviewed for a role in our finance team. Finance team itself is so broad, and there's lots of different roles within finance, such as there is lots of different roles within our head office. Our support centre is based in Colchester in Essex, and we have departments here of HR, finance, marketing, IT, business systems, customer service, sales, legal, the list goes on. And as much as we have such a variety of roles within our care homes and across our care homes as well, being care assistant, lifestyle, domestic, to chefs, to home managers, to regional directors, and into quality and development as well, and other regional roles that we have at KUK. And I think I really wanted to get across today some advice and guidance as well in terms of preparing for your interviews, that as much as it is important to show initiative and research the company that you're working for would develop and support you through your career, it's also just as important for you yourself to learn and develop.
So if you're a student looking for your first job, going for your first interview, I think one of the most common situations that you find is you won't have much experience, and that's fine. And I think there are lots of ways around that, and obviously your education being one of them. But I would advise to really incentivize some of your key qualities and traits as an individual, whether it be your skills in organizing yourself, in managing your time. You could relate to You could explain how you perhaps have a part-time job, hobbies, and at the same time juggling your degree. And obviously, to do that effectively and successfully, you're going to need good time management for that. So really incentivize your own individual skills as a way to offset the lack of experience. And I think this is key, especially for our entry-level roles. A good piece of advice is also to ask questions. You can ask questions throughout the interview or wait till the end of the interview. Ask questions that you're genuinely interested in the answer of, whether it be relating to training, development. And on the topic of development, KUK also offers a very comprehensive study package, especially for the role as the billing controller. We offer finance related courses where KUK will cover the cost of the study, cover the cost of textbooks. You'll also be given study days off, exam days off. Yes, the study package program in KUK is generally just a really good opportunity to develop within the company.
So thank you so much in taking part today. There is a link to our career site below, as there is to a values video if you'd like to find out more about working for KUK.